Yeah, and as you say that, we are finally going to get into it. Grand Finals is here, baby. So we're going to have to see who makes it out on top between these two veterans of Smash Ultimate right here, let alone Smash 4. Both have been competing since at least Smash 4. So we're going to have to see what happens here. Grand Finals at Fusion tonight. Jakal winner side and Zomba at loser side.
Yeah. And also, just a refresher for those who either missed earlier or if you've just been so caught up, it was 2-1 in favor of Jackal when they met in winter semis. We're gonna be seeing the Wolf Rob come out again. No secondary shenanigans, no like Ridley or Lucina or whatever we see from these guys. It's gonna be the good old, as our good friend Brad put it in chat, El Fusico instead of El Clasico.
As we see here, we are starting off with a bang, both just throwing hits back to back at each other. As we see here, the Nair being able to catch forward air right there. It's down tilt into the forward air right there, trying to catch with the laser, but nice evasion from Jakal right there. As now he's getting some solid offense with this gyro too. Barely being able to miss that Nair right now though. We see here the Nair into F tilt though, being able to make it up. Trying to catch the gyro right there too, but just being unfortunately going to miss it by a frame right there. And nice tech chase with the up B right there, but just being barely able to avoid it right there. Being able to catch that reflected gyro, but not enough. This Jakal will take that first stock right here.
Man, and we're already off with a bang. Both of these players just racking on damage. Oh my god, Jakal, calm down, man. I'm trying to talk about what's going on for the first stock. Already putting 71% here onto Zomba with just one string. Insane, man. Jakal's really turned it up a notch here for this grand finals. Says this has been going on for too long. I want to go home, get to sleep. I got stuff to do.
Well, he might have stuff to do, but Zomba's definitely going to keep him occupied with the set. Even with such a great lead, like I said, R.O.B is just one of those characters that now, especially with him taking that first stock off of Jakal right there, can just rank up the damage so quickly and easily, but still has to be careful of all of Jakal's evasion and maneuvers right here with that great air mobility Wolf has. I like the walk right there to avoid any nonsense hit from Zomba right there, but regardless, going back and forth with hits back to back. You see here, catching that grab right there into the forefront for positioning, and a great back air to finish off into Zomba's last stock for game one right here.
I like how you pointed out when Jakal chose to go for that walk, because I feel like that's something a lot of people talk about, is how walking in not just Smash but all fighting games is usually a really good option. You're not committing to something as much as like dashing or jumping. Ooh, good edge guard there from Zomba. It's just going to barely push Jakal out far enough that he's not able to make it back. And it's actually going to even up the stock count here. So this is, man, this game has just been so back and forth, back and forth. It's so hard for one player to find an advantage. We really need to see these players pull out these weird things like just choosing to walk into the up tilt and stuff like that to really kind of, give them the edge.
Yeah, and it's like I said, even if you get a good lead against R.O.B just one of those characters that can just rank up the damage so easily and quickly. And with this hit, great mash from Jakal right there, though, in the clutches of death right there, being able to mash out. But as we see here, Zomba still putting on the pressure, putting on the pause right there. Jakal, with to bring out these fangs, but he's going to have to do anything in order to take this game one right here. Right, reflecting the laser right there. I love that angle right there, being able to go to ledge safe and sound. But is he able to secure this stock right here? If he's able to take game one right here.
Oh man, just so many like spot dodges, rolls, everything. Oh, man. Zomba's sitting with the percent lead right now, but this is Wolf we're talking about. You have to be careful. A tipper bear from like ledge could spell the end of this stock, and Zomba's playing like that. He is aware. He knows this. Oh, but the up throw there, that's probably, yep, that is absolutely going to take that first stock, first game rather, for Zomba, putting him up 1-0, looking to try to push us to a reset here.
Absolutely. And he's going to need all the confidence in the world like that to get grabs like that in order to, not only just reset the bracket, but take the bracket as well. Rob just having one of the best grab games in the game. a throw off almost all of them, like a combo off almost every one of them, and a kill option with the down throw into something or the up throw just to safely secure a stock as we saw game one. But let's see how we're gonna go into a game two right here.
Speaking of R.O.B's grab game, just showing us why it's so good. They're able to use the up throw to get onto the platform and use that to close the gap to get the up air in more consistently. And R.O.B just really has it all, doesn't he?
Absolutely, he is a jack of all trades for a reason. I mean, not Rob. Wolf being one of those as well, just has a lot of options as well. Although I wouldn't say as much as Rob, the fantastical robot, does as well.
Yeah, Wolf is very nice all around. Does have some more clear defined weaknesses than R.O.B. Ooh, good weight there. Waits out the mash of Jakal to get that up air there. And man, only 26% onto Zomba going into that stock. Jakal does get a good hit on him, is able to start getting some stuff going here. Oh, gets a little bit more there, 80%. Not quite killing yet, but this is going to start killing soon, especially if he lands these sweet spots like he's been doing all night. Going to
Yeah, you did mention how Wolf doesn't really have a lot of weaknesses. I mean, does have some more clear weaknesses. However, I think you're missing one clear weakness on Rob right here, and that is he is big. Quote from Sentinel himself. Shouts to him. But regardless, it is looking very dominant for Zomba here on game two right here, as Jakal needs definitely something in order to secure not only just this stock, but this game and set here as well. As we see here, catching that gyro, not really into anything though. As we see here, just struggling at this ledge right here. The active frames on that gyro being in his favor right there, intentional or not, will be taking that. Just trying to see if he could take this stock right here as he's recovering high. It's just looking a little rough as he's just not really feeling comfortable throwing out any of these kill moves right now.
Yeah. Ooh, good gyro there, catching on to how Jakal has been going for those early upbeats a lot just to get to ledge. Oh, back throw not quite gonna kill. Both of these characters sitting at almost 150, over 150% on Zomba's side actually. They have to be careful because any hit here could lead to death. Like that one, the gyro is barely falling off stage. It's gonna catch the wolf flash and Zomba's able to follow it up. Still sitting on his first stock here with so much percent. As I say that though, however, that is going to be the up smash coming out from Jakal. So Jakal is at least able to stop the 3 stock from happening, but has a hill to climb here if he's going to make this win happen.
Yeah, if you notice right there, the down throw to dash attack was actually kind of delayed and didn't let him get a follow-up because of the gyro in hand. So unfortunate situation for Jakal and something Zomba will take in clear stride right here. All of the gyro being in Wolf's favor there because of the reflect right there, being harder for Zomba to catch right there, but still making it up with this ledge play right here. But as we see here, even at the ledge, still feeling comfortable as he has all the options to just avoid all the hits from Jakal right here. As we see here, the gyro and the laser right there. Oh, trying to go for something, but nice tech chase from Jakal. Let's see what could happen here though. Not much with that forward air from Zomba right there. Being able to catch him lacking right there. Nice back air, but not going to be enough to kill just yet, unfortunately.
Yeah, Jakal doing a really good job here, just playing super aggressive, not really giving Zomba space, able to use the off smasher. Okay, Jakal evens this up at 1 stock apiece, but the onus is going to be on him to make something happen here. Goes for the berry, and Zomba correctly gets that the early mash is going to come out, follows it up with the up air, putting him 2-0 here, 1 game away from resetting his grand finals.
Yeah, there was something we've been noticing about Zomba, just basically 5-0ing his opponents. He has waken up for sure. He has not been sleeping on anybody, just going all gas, no breaks, you know what I mean? So as we see here, we are going into game 3 and sticking tried and true with that PS2 once again.
Yep. I mean, both these players like it, both these characters like it. No need to switch. I feel like, you know, at this point, with how much these guys have played each other, you can eliminate a lot of the outside variables, and it's really just down to who's better on the day. Right now, It's looking like Zomba, but Jakal did get that set earlier, and we can see something happen. He is making something happen here a little bit. Getting a pretty good ledge guard here going on to Zomba. Is able to put so much pressure on with these F tilts down smashes. Able to just keep Zomba on the back foot, not give him a lot of chance to get something going. The dash attack there is going to follow up and continue. Ooh, but the down tilt is just such a speedy move. Able to beat out a lot of Wolf's options. F tilt there is going to get Jakal some stage control here, sitting center stage, but the gyro charge does help. Ooh, able to get that tomahawk grab onto Zomba. Ooh, catches the gyro and back air to boot. That is going to be stock number 1 here coming out for Jakal, but Zomba responding quickly.
Right back at him with that stock right there. Keeping it even right there. And although Jakal's been keeping it competitive, Zomba's just still keeping it as competitive. As I said, all gas, no brakes, as we're seeing right here with this set. Game free right here.
Ooh, Zomba incorrectly predicting the cross up there and pays the price. So much damage getting racked up here onto him. Oh, is able to get a good down tilt there and is able to, with just one quick combo, even up the percents. Now looking to try to take these kill off the top here with these up airs. Ooh, man, just catching all of Jakal's movements here. Oh, okay. Goes safely there for the wave lane on the platform instead of following up and is able to shield the dash attack, get the up smash. Zomba here, 1 stock away from resetting this bracket.
As we see here, it's just been looking pretty solid for Zomba so far this set. But like you said, even if he does take this set, he's still got another one to go. So this could be kind of the mental game where Jakal can just kind of take it slow, analyze what he needs to do, and then apply that for the next set, even if he does lose this. But that is assuming if he loses this game free, which even though it's not looking great at this moment, could still come back from such a deficit as we've seen many times before.
Ooh, yeah. R.O.B, pretty heavy. He's going to live that back throw there, but it is a kind of dangerous situation here right now for Zomba. Is sitting pretty high percent. Wolf is starting to get this rage built up as well. Going to need to try to take this stock before he loses too much here, because Jakal's been really finding some momentum lately. Tipper Bear from center stage is going to take the stock, and now putting it at last stock situation here, but the percent difference is really telling a different story. Jakal, though, just unafraid going in with these combos, trying to find something.
Is he going to get the DI mix-up? Yes, he does. And Frio from Zomba right there, resetting the bracket into true finals.
Yeah, man, Zomba has just been speed running through losers. I don't think he's dropped a game yet by the looks. Yeah, double checking bracket. He has yet to drop a game since he has dropped into losers. 2-0 over Marvel, 2-0 over Phantom, 3-0 over Syrup, and now 1-3-0 over Jakal. We're gonna have to see if he can make a second one happen here to take home tonight's fusion as we start true finals.
And as we see here, we are starting off with a bang with Zomba getting these grabs in and all these moves, as Jakal will have to air dodge that just to avoid more damage right there. But Jakal coming right back at him with the dash attacks into grabs into the up air right there. But Zomba, like I said, this has just been a very back and forth set. Not in terms of games, but in terms of hit for hits. They like to go very back and forth. But is that air dodge going to cost Jakal? No, it won't. As Zomba unfortunately getting a sour spot. Unfortunately missing the opportunity right there to really take advantage of that situation. But as we see here, both are just going very back and forth, movement for movement. As while Zomba's trying to find that proper hit, Jakal trying to move around perfectly to find his mark to get the proper hit he needs in order to secure the first stock.
Yeah, so there's been a slugfest here at the beginning of this reset. Just both of these players racking on the damage. The Wolf Flash, they're not quite going to kill. Zomba able to live. Tries to get the Nair off stage to get the kill. Looking to try to cover some ledge options here. Jakal just kind of jumping on and off stage, trying to threaten anything in Wolf's arsenal. But the up throw there under the platform, that will take it. Zomba is going to win out on the stock exchange here for the beginning of the first game. He's able to get some good damage here going into the second stock of Jakal's too.
Yeah, as we see here, like I said, that deadly throw game, especially with Rage, really pulling off the back air, not being able to kill even at such a high percent due to the distance right there. But as we see here, him just trying to fish out for any move, probably killing the Nair, finally taking it in 195 right there to secure the first stock off of Zomba right here. But now he's going to have to make it up all this damage right here. Here it comes, getting a solid 51 right here. Almost getting a tech chase right there, but still getting that hit right there into 76 right there. Almost catching that F smash, but good roll from Zomba to avoid that right there at the perfect place and time right there.
Yeah, man, Jakal just instantly evening this back up. After Zomba lived to over 200% on that first stock, has now brought the gap actually in favor of himself by about 30%. Jakal was just showing that, you know, he's able to do that mental reset from the first set. You realize that, you know, going into a fresh set here, he still has like the second chance at life in this bracket, and is playing so much better with it. And there is going to take it, putting Jakal in a stock lead here. And oh man, we're seeing these wolf combos go absolutely crazy in this game, even though they're only like 3-4 hits. Oh, okay, good down smash there from Zomba is going to even up stock count. But yeah, Jakal's been like, even the small combos, he's making them count by just racking on insane amounts of damage.
Yeah, for sure. And as we see here, now it is looking a lot more even than it was the previous games right here. Jakal looking a little more in favor at ledge right now. But as we say that, missing the grab though, as he was trying to make advantage Zomba. But as we see here, the gyro into the check trace right there is going to get the throw. What is he going to get off of it though? Nice way to look out for that Nair right there. Covering a lot of options. Almost catching with the downer though, but just going to be able to whip. Nice full flash right there to make it back quick and safe right there. And now looking like a dead even game. Nice reflect on the gyro right there. Gonna catch him with the up B. Not gonna kill just yet, unfortunately though, for Jakal right there. We're gonna have to see what he does next in order to try to secure this game right there. Is the backer gonna do it? No, just a little too far. Oh, the up air. And put the gyro into the down smash, clutching it up game one for Zomba right there.
You can see in the player cams, Zomba just has that cheeky grin. He knows what he did. And Jakal is just smiling back like, man, I can't believe he got away with that. But oh yeah, what an insane last stock situation there. So many near misses and near hits from both players. But man, the gyro bounce there, able to send Jakal back into Zomba's down smash was a super great way to end off that first game, putting Zomba up 1-0 once again in this grand final set.
And as we see here, going into game two, that has got to be such a mental thing, Jakal right there. Just barely being able to lose that game one. But Jakal is pretty strong mentally, so we're going to have to see how it really affects him this game 5-6, something like that. But we're going into it right here. We see here, getting into the Nair right there. We see here, oh, the down tilt into the throw right there, catching the gyro afterward. Trying to get that up there, but nice air dodge from there. And we're going with the tech chase, going for the down tilt for a little more of an extension right there. Get him pressured at the ledge right there. Just taking him coast to coast, really, though, as we're seeing right here. As we see here, the up air right there. Nice Nair right there.
Yeah, once again, a real Slav knocker up at start. Both these players just trading blows, unable to find the kill, but just so much damage.
Yeah, as we see here, nice parry on the Wolf backer right though. Bit of a risky move to use, and just barely whiffing that up smash right there. We'll see if that costs him, and yes it will, as Jakal will take the first stock off Zomba. But if there's anything we know about Zomba, he could take stocks just as quickly as Jakal is right here, right now. Nice jab extension to cover the tech right there, as we see here. Slowly and surely, Zomba's trying to get that stock. But as I say that, finally getting it with the forward air right there.
Yeah, but Jakal immediately coming off that platform into the grab just continues to put on this damage. 89, 101%, full 100% deficit here for Zomba to make up. Jakal has really been turning it on in this game number 2. But as I say that, Zomba rather, is starting to get some really good hits in like these ledge trap situations. Now the grab here gonna get off the platform. unable to follow it up. But this is, yeah, Zomba was able to kind of stop the bleeding really quick. Oh, gets the jab reset there, but is unable to follow it up because Jakal falls off stage. But does keep pretty good stage control here. Ooh, the laser there is going to buy a lot of space to help Zomba safe to get back to stage. Just sitting here, okay, chooses a safe option, doesn't want to go after that, but the F tilt almost taking that stock. Not quite. But yeah, Zomba just playing a lot more safely, spacing things really well, just trying to play from center stage, let the gyro and laser control the space at ledge and off stage. Using that nair to try to save.
I did like that forward air to avoid the up air right there, getting only like the first hit of it, but regardless, gonna be dying to that nair. Zomba taking him to the last stock right here. Gonna get the F throw for positioning, and I love that parry.
Ooh.
The forward air into that F throw right there. Great way to secure that final stock right there for Jakal.
Yeah, like you said, the throw for positioning there is actually really key because that means Jakal can just follow that up with the F tilt there and secure that stock. Now, okay, these nairs doing a lot of work here for Zomba, just connecting so consistently, covering so much space. Jakal is unable to just get out of that disadvantage. Is finally able to do it by catching this gyro, getting some hits here. Zomba just rolling around, trying to get around all these things. At a high up B to ledge, you see the nair come out, try to use that insanely long hitbox to get some space. Ooh, grab there is going to whiff. Oh man, Zomba just looking for something to connect right now. Laser's the wrong way. You can tell the stress might be getting to him at this point because Jakal has been doing a really good job of holding on, not letting his mental fluster in such a high intensity situation. Ooh, good parry there. Oh, the up smash. That is going to take game number 2. Zomba, you are one game away from taking this over Jakal and winning Fusion 251.
Yeah, and he might take it with a 6-0 if he keeps up this momentum. As I've said, he's just been continuing with all this momentum from loser's side. 2-0ing Phantom, 3-0ing Syrup. Now, might potentially be 6-0ing Jakal if he keeps it up. Game 6 right here.
Yep. Zomba, rather, looking to close out this lossless losers run is what could be the game 6 win here for him in this grand finals. Once again, we have to start off with the traditional, at the start of the game, these players just trading blows, trying to find the advantage, but actually not so much trade going on as Zomba's just purchasing this for free. This is a huge, almost 100% lead here right now. So this is going really well in Zomba's favor to start off here. But oh my god, another gyro bounce. Oof.
Yeah, what a nice gyro setup. Not going to be able to kill yet, but this throw just might. Going to get the down throw and connecting the up smash there to confidently take out that first stock right there. Jakal trying to fight it back with the up throw into 2 up airs right there. Not going to be enough as Zomba is just still going hit for hit with Jakal no matter what. And as we see here, trying to catch the landing on R.O.B, but that not being the easiest task, and R.O.B could just go so high and mighty. We see here going with the up throw right there into the forward air right there. Just trying to keep him at ledge, and he is doing successful at that so far. Deflecting the laser, but how far is that truly going to take you right now, Jakal?
Ooh, great pair there by Zomba is going to win him the stage control. Force Jakal onto ledge again. Ooh, great shield there. It's going to get the grab onto the top platform. Not able to get the kill, but sitting at over 100%. And the bear there, the Zombear Classic, is going to take that. Zomba is a single stock away from winning it all, and he is playing like he is just going in. He doesn't need to be the aggressor in this situation. He could just sit back, you know, charge gyro, laser, do all that stuff, but nah, he's going in, trying to force the issue, wants to close this out as soon as possible.
Yeah, he's saying, if I'm going to take this set, I got to take it with aggression, with ruthless aggression. And it's just showing off really successfully as Jakal. I was looking desperate for, I think, the first time in this set, as he is in such a deficit right here. Not even looking close right now. Jakal will just need something in order to even take this stock, let alone this game right now.
Yeah, that was such a great parry onto that back air there. That was a tipper. That would have for
This is
certainly
looking
taken the
it,
stock.
and the
Oh,
snipe right there with the gyro 3 times to make it with a 3-0, or should I say 6-0. Zomba taking Fusion tonight. Great
man.
stuff from both players, but Zomba gonna take that grand first place right there.
Such an insane gyro snipe there to close it all out. Zomba really just said, Beyblade, let it rip through that gyro. The gyro knew what it had to do. It knocked Jakal all the way off that blast zone, taking this final game here for Zomba, completing the lossless run through losers to win the whole goddamn thing. Fusion 251, your champion, Zomba, absolutely so well deserved.
Yeah, for sure. Great stuff to every player top 8, but shout outs to Zomba and Jackal for such great sets today, whether it was the winter semifinals or grand finals, both showed off the best they can, but in the end, there could only be one, and Zomba doing it in such dominant style, especially Game 6 right there, as we saw with the free stock right there.
Yeah, and it's not even that Jackal was having like a bad day. Like Jackal has been playing really well today, but Zomba was just able to ever since getting knocked into losers. He just flipped a switch and just completely turned on the domination. Was just so clean for the rest of his games, and definitely you could definitely tell it caught Jackal off. Like Zomba was just able to just really change something about his gameplay, his mentals, whatever, and carried it through the rest of the bracket.
Yeah, for sure. It's like you said, he did indeed flip on a switch, and that switch just really worked out in his favor, taking out everybody again in such dominant fashion. I mean, even with Jackal, it was pretty close, but he always made sure to secure it in the end with each of those games, as we see with the parry up smash on that game. And as we see with game 6, just complete domination, as we're seeing here, just catching almost every option from this ledge right there. Yep, shielding the grab and getting that up smash from the down throw right there to secure that stock.
Yeah. And notably for that first stock of the last game, Zomba only took 23%, whereas for basically every other game, they both were trading blows until they got to over 100%. So that little lead there, Zomba was able to take it and just run away with it. Just able to use R.O.B's survivability to hold on to stocks for so long, and taking advantage of like the rage and stuff as well to start securing those stocks early. And there we see the Beyblade going out for that final stock once again. And man, after such a tense fusion, and going so long too, it's almost midnight, man. Yeah, we are finally at the conclusion for today. Thank you all so much for joining us here. This has been a great bracket. Thank you so much, Dog, for joining me. Thank you to RJ, Kelvin, and all the Collision Series staff for having us on. Anything you want to say before we close it out?
Once again, like you said, it's been an honor commentating. It's my first time virtually and glad to do it with such a great commentator such as you, Qui-Gon. So I appreciate tonight and such great sets we had to commentate today. So very honored and happy to get the opportunity to commentate Fusion. Hopefully I'll get to commentate more in the near future.
Yeah, man, such a great night. Well, I think that is going to do it for us. Don't forget, sign up for Collision, everybody. It's going to be a blast. Hopefully, I should be there this year. I never miss Collision if I can help it. But yeah, I'll hopefully see everybody there. Maybe I'll see Dog there. See a lot of other people. But yeah. Thank you so much for joining us once again. And have a great night, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Thank you.